Have you ever felt like someone disliked you, even though you've never done anything wrong to them? They smile at everyone else. They laugh at other people's jokes. They seem perfectly friendly. But the moment you walk into the room, something changes. The energy shifts. The conversation feels different. And no matter how nice you are, it never seems to get better. If you've ever experienced that, this video is for you. Because the truth is, people don't always hate you because of something you did. Sometimes they hate what you represent. And if you stay until sign number 5, you'll understand why trying to win these people over is usually a complete waste of time. Let's start with the first sign. Sign number 1. They're only hostile toward you. This is what psychologists sometimes call selective hostility. Here's what it looks like. They greet everyone in the office, but not you. They laugh and joke with the group, but become cold when you're involved. They seem relaxed around everyone else, yet strangely tense around you. Now ask yourself something. Have you ever watched someone be incredibly friendly to every person in the room and then suddenly become distant when talking to you? If so, pay attention, because this isn't a bad day. It isn't stress. It isn't an accident. It's selective, and that's what makes it important. When someone dislikes you, they often struggle to hide it consistently. Their behavior changes specifically around you, and once you notice that pattern, it's hard to unsee. Now, let's move to sign number 2. This one is much more subtle. Sign number 2. They avoid eye contact. Eye contact is one of the simplest ways humans acknowledge each other. It's a signal that says, I see you. I recognize you. You matter. That's why the absence of eye contact can be so revealing. Imagine you're speaking during a meeting. Everyone is listening, but one person keeps looking at their phone, looking out the window, looking anywhere except at you. Or maybe you walk into a room and say hello. Everyone looks up except one person. Have you experienced that? Most people think eye contact doesn't matter, but it does, because avoiding eye contact is often a way of creating emotional distance. It's a quiet way of saying, I don't want to connect with you. And people who secretly dislike you often do exactly that. Not because they're shy, but because acknowledging you feels uncomfortable. Before we continue, think about your own life. Have you ever noticed either of these signs? If you have, keep watching, because sign number 3 is where things become much more obvious. Sign number 3, they ignore your ideas. This one happens all the time, especially in workplaces. You suggest an idea. Nobody reacts. The room goes silent. A few minutes later, someone else repeats the exact same idea. Suddenly, everyone loves it. People nod. People agree. People praise it. The difference wasn't the idea. The difference was the person presenting it. You. Have you ever had that happen? It's frustrating because it makes you question yourself. Maybe my idea wasn't good. Maybe I explained it badly. Maybe I'm imagining things. But sometimes that's not what's happening. Sometimes people have already decided how much value they assign to you. And because of that, they automatically discount your contributions. This doesn't mean your ideas lack value. It means they've stopped seeing your value. And that's a very different problem. People who secretly dislike you often refuse to give you credit because giving you credit would force them to acknowledge your competence. And that's exactly what they don't want to do. Now, let's talk about sign number 4. This is where things become more toxic. Sign number 4. They talk about you when you're not around. But here's the interesting part. They rarely attack you directly. Instead, they use subtle comments, small suggestions, tiny seeds of doubt. They'll say things like, I'm sure they meant well, or maybe it's just me, or I don't know, something feels off. Notice what's happening. They're not making accusations. They're creating suspicion. They're protecting themselves while damaging your reputation. And because the comments are so vague, they're difficult to challenge. Have you ever discovered that someone was saying things about you behind your back? Not openly, not aggressively, just enough to make other people question you. That's often how hidden resentment works. People who secretly dislike you usually don't want confrontation. They want influence, and influence is often easier to achieve through whispers than through arguments. Now here's the part you've been waiting for. Sign number 5. And this is the most powerful sign of all. Sign number 5. They become uncomfortable when you succeed. Think about it. You get promoted. You reach a goal. You start making progress. You share good news. Most people will celebrate with you. But the person who secretly dislikes you reacts differently. They become quiet. They change the subject. They minimize the achievement. Or they immediately point out why it isn't impressive. Have you ever noticed that? You finally accomplish something important. And instead of saying, congratulations, they say, anyone could do that. Or, let's see if it lasts. Or, you just got lucky. Why? Because your success creates a problem for them. It forces them to compare their life with yours. And comparison can be painful. This is where we reach the deeper truth behind the entire video. Most people don't hate you because of who you are. They hate what you remind them of. You remind them of goals they never pursued, discipline they never developed, risks they were too afraid to take, potential they wasted. Your existence becomes a mirror. And sometimes people hate mirrors. Not because the mirror is wrong, but because they don't like what they see. This is why trying to earn approval from everyone is such a losing game. Some people have already decided how they feel about you. No amount of explaining will change it. No amount of people-pleasing will change it. No amount of shrinking yourself will change it. So what should you do? First, stop taking it personally. Not every negative reaction is your fault. Second, stop chasing approval. The more desperately you seek validation, the more power you give away. Third, keep growing, keep improving, keep building your life. Because the people who secretly dislike you often expect you to stay exactly where you are. Nothing frustrates them more than seeing you continue moving forward. And finally, remember this. You are not responsible for managing other people's insecurities. You are not responsible for making everyone comfortable. And you are definitely not responsible for convincing people to like you. Some people will misunderstand you. Some people will resent you. Some people will dislike you for reasons that have nothing to do with you. That's life. The goal isn't to be liked by everyone. The goal is to become the kind of person who doesn't need everyone to like them. So tell me in the comments, which of these 5 signs have you experienced the most? Selective hostility, avoiding eye contact, ignoring your ideas, talking behind your back, or becoming uncomfortable when you succeed? And if this video helped you see people a little more clearly, subscribe to Mr. No Excuses for more psychology, human behavior, and practical wisdom. Because sometimes the most important thing you can learn isn't how to change people, it's how to understand them.